Hey everybody, this is Stormy with the CapitalZ. Welcome back to game number 2 between Guess and KurCo. Of course, these two are a 2 versus 2 team. They participate in many 2 versus 2 tournaments and events together and are a pretty strong 2v2 team over there. And what we have here, KurCo going in with that ghoul. What's he doing? Is he pulling the creeps? He seems to be. So anyways, we got KurCo spawning over here at the top left as the blue Undead player. Maybe he had some sort of a mismanagement over there. Yeah, that was probably some sort of a thing that he didn't want to do. And the bottom left, we got Guess spawning over here as the red Night Elf. So Guess going to go for his main race this time. He actually spawned in as random, and he spawned as the Night Elf player while being randomized. So that's good for him. Guess versus KurCo, Amazonia, game number 2. In game number 1, we've seen Guess use the human race, and I have to say, he plays pretty good human, despite of the fact that he is Night Elf main from what I understand. Altars are up. Keeper coming in for Guess. KurCo will be spawning the hero right as this cigarette is up, and some music playing. Really, I'm not supposed to be playing. It's gonna be Death Knight for KurCo. Here comes the Scout Wisp. Of course, this is Amazonia. Distance between both of the bases is a bit shorter compared to other maps. You have the local expansion, 1 expansion per player. Goblin Lab at your base, which you can easily creep out and get your hero to level 2 with the green camp beside it. After that, it becomes a thing that you want to contest for some camps. Usually players like to contest for these camps, the orange ones, the troll camps. Guess getting that shield, gotta be careful. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. I keep repeating this in most of the games, and Guess sadly killed one of his creeps using the static shield, which means no experience for him. And he actually killed one of the assassins with that. Well, that is sad. That one of the rogues, that is. That's kind of a sad thing for Guess. KurCo should be careful on his side of the map, not to take out any of the creeps using that static shield. The first spell that Guess had gone for was the Treants, Forces of Nature, I see. And Guess immediately going in for this camp here, the Cobalt camp. This is a bit risky. The Kobolds over here have Bash, which makes it actually very, very risky. Take out the weaker ones first, and then chop down the bigger one. The Bash is deadly indeed. KurCo seems to be going in for a mass ghoul play from what I can understand so far. 4 ghouls, and he is going in for an assault with ghouls. 2 at the base, more coming in, and of course no graveyard. We'll put that down some time later down the line. He wants more critters. And the players do tend to go for an expansion with this kind of a play. Of course, he is already teching, so we won't be seeing an expansion anytime soon, even if he does want to go for one. Goes in for the Merc camp, and I would say the Merc camp is pretty safe. If you go to the Merc camp, you're least likely to get engaged. But you do want to consider something over here. KurCo is, Guess is almost level 3. He will be level 3 after he kills his Taskmaster. He needed 4 camps. KurCo, on the other hand, crept out 1 camp here. He didn't creep out the green camp beside that, which kinda like has him staggered a little. If he actually crept out that green camp, he may very well had been at level 3 with the Death Knight here. He got the Unholy Aura, but he's gonna have a tough time escaping with those weak ghouls. One of them got entangled, other one got sniped down. KurCo is in a pickle right now, actually. Those are entangling roots, and the archers can easily pick off those archers one by one. He tried to deny one of his own ghouls over there. That did not work out well from what I can understand. Is my chat up? I hope my chat is up. Yeah, my chat is up. Come back to his base, sold off an item that he got from the Merc camp perhaps. Rod of Necromancy. He got a Rings of Protection +3. Not the best, but not the worst, and well, as I said, not the best, so he just sold it off. Going to utilize the gold for something more meaningful. Graveyard is almost ready, and KurCo will have to stay in his base. He won't be able to go out until Guess is there. Guess now choosing to get out of there. Perhaps he will go in, try to get the expansion creep camp. More Moonwells coming in. Tier 2 is of course ready for Guess. He got himself the second hero. It is going to be the Naga Sea Witch. Okay, Naga Sea Witch and Keeper of the Grove combination against Undead. Let's see how this works out. Under player KurCo, of course, going for Death Knight and Lich combo. Super nuke. Against Naga Sea Witch, I would have to point out that Naga Sea Witch is a bit squishy when it comes to the nuke of the Undead player. The one benefit that he does gain though is that he can slow down the ghouls. He can take out the ghouls with the Forked Lightning, and ghouls is what KurCo was going for thus far. I don't see any more ghouls though. Some ghouls at the back of the base, and that's just it. Slaughterhouse coming in, Fiends, and yep, it seems to me that KurCo has completely transitioned into Fiends, and yeah, this is a bad situation. Your hero was taking a lot of hits there, and if the Lich reaches, which the Lich is gonna reach, Frost Nova, and there we go. This is exactly what I was talking about. Very squishy hero. Keeper of the Grove is itself a bit squishy, and oh, Guess actually had the Staff of Preservation, but he didn't use it. Once he saw the Lich coming in, he should have popped that out. Wouldn't have lost the level 2 hero. It wasn't a level 1 hero anymore. If it hadn't crept out this creep at all, perhaps it would have just been level 1 hero. It would have been easier for Guess to revive it. Nonetheless, level 2, slightly harder, not too very difficult either. Internal lords are on the field. Gonna be seeing some Dryads and Bears coming in likely. Other player, tier 3 almost. Creeping the shop out, picking up the pieces. Creeping with both heroes. Here comes the Keeper though. Keeper wants to get that Lich, and he caught him in that entangle. Good harassment being done by Guess over here. KurCo gotta be careful. A second entangle. He doesn't have enough mana. One more hit. He got it. Death Knight did not have enough mana to Death Coil the Lich. Needs 75 to Death Coil. Lich is also considered to be very squishy, and Undead players often like to bait it, put it ahead of their army, take damage on it, and then Death Coil heal it all the time. Sometimes keep a Potion of Invul on it. Sometimes, as in most of the time. We have Potion of Healing on the Death Knight though here. That can be useful. Of course, Death Knight is not going to be targeted anytime soon, with at least not the combination of what Guess is going for. Guess now creeping out the expansion. Naga Sea Witch will near level 3. Keeper of the Grove is actually nearing level 4. Lich is out, level 1 hero, doesn't take a lot of time to revive, but it is a setback nonetheless. Destroyer upgrade coming in, and Ghoul Frenzy coming in. So it appears that KurCo is going back to somewhat of a ghoul combo build. Ghouls and Fiends and Obsidian Statue Destroyers. This may very well be a good counter to whatever Guess is going for. Guess is going for Mountain Giants. Can ease very well mess up KurCo with that stuff. Now Guess, I like what he was doing for a moment, but he called in the second hero, and he couldn't level up this one to level 4. Of course, getting the level 3 on the Naga Sea Witch would be considered more useful, and he forgot the clause there for a moment. Yeah, level 3 on the Naga Sea Witch would be considered a bit more useful, and if you're going for a camp outside your base, like an orange camp, which will take a bit of a time to creep, you have the risk of getting creep jacked. So I guess this is a good decision by Guess to just creep with just Pre-with both heroes, technically, not with just one. Uh-oh, Ancient of War being targeted here. Will get taken out. We got the Flute of Accuracy on the Death Knight. That of course gives extra damage to all ranged units. Undead players have a lot of ranged units. It's just a small damage booster, but it can be worth it. Viz, or rather Guess, forced to TP back to his base to save it as KurCo approaches it. KurCo already has the orb, of course. Undead players like to go for a third hero. He is at the Black Citadel. Cryptlord is a potential choice, but in this scenario, I think going for the Dark Ranger would be better. If you have the Dark Ranger, you can easily use silence your opponent, stop those entangling roots. That's what you gotta do. Sentry ward over here, nice. So, Guess actually planting a sentry ward before he left that area. He knows exactly what KurCo is up to, and he knows the army composition as well. KurCo has a 50-foot army. Looking at this entire thing, this is actually pretty. This is actually a lot of numbers if you want to consider that this is just a 50-foot army. And yeah, he did. He just picked up all of the ghouls that were harvesting lumber as well. He didn't leave any of them behind. Some items being picked up, and whoa, this is a bad decision by KurCo. KurCo going in for creeping? Why? And force the TP to back out at his base. Now, as I said earlier, why did KurCo go for the creeping? KurCo is behind in terms of levels actually. He needs those levels, and what's Guess doing? Guess is trying to pull the Granite Golem camp. KurCo engaging. Those destroyers can devour the treants, forces of nature. KurCo ought to pick up some good items. Scroll of Healing, useful. Potion of Invul, useful. TP. KurCo doesn't have a TP. This can result to be catastrophic, considering the fact that Guess has a 60-foot army. KurCo has only just crossed upkeep from what I can understand, and the thing is, KurCo is sticking to 2 heroes. He's not going for the third one. Of course, the ability to manage a third one is also something that you want to consider. The time that you need to manage 3 heroes at one time, and the time that you need to manage only 2 heroes. Keeper of the Grove being targeted. We got Taunt going off, and a nice Fort Lightning. Now, some target being done on the Dryads. Keeper once again being targeted, 50% HP. Keeper being stabbed back, and oh, we got a third hero by the idle player. It's gonna be a Priestess of the Moon. Some extra firepower indeed, and the Endurance and the True Shot Aura. Nagasi, which gets murdered. The Priestess over there would have been surrounded for a moment, but KurCo planning to retreat back to his base. He doesn't want any of that anymore. KurCo at 49, Guess at 52. Of course, some of the units are not on the battlefield yet. Some of them are still inside the production building, already used up space since they are in production. Double Poison Orb. The Orb of Venom showing its disastrous venom there, taking out a lot of HP out of that Abomination. And you want to consider the fact that the Abomination was nearby the Death Knight with the Unholy Aura and also on the Blight. KurCo should use that Potion of Mana right away, and KurCo still doesn't have a Town Portal. That can result to be really bad for him. And whoa, why was this thing away? It appears that Guess crept out the entire camp and let this one golem survive. KurCo will pick up the pieces. This will enable him to level up a bit. Lich is almost level 4. Level 4 Lich will be very useful. 2 level 4 heroes may be a better option as compared to what Guess has. 4, 3, 1. Actually, that's almost 2. Nah, I'm probably wrong on that. 4, 3, and 2 would be definitely be better than that. Undead players usually like to go for Pit Lord as well. That can be an option. Should go for Pit Lord from the tavern, in my opinion, at least. He has crossed up keep. Maintaining a 60 foot army is not really a thing that you need to do. Got some archers, level 4 on the Lich. To have some level 2 frost armors now. Trying to target down that priestess being staffed. And he's kind of leaving behind the entire army. These mountain giants are vulnerable to get targeted down. Staff preservation still needs a lot of time to get the cooldown done. Oh, we got 2 staff preservation, so one of these mountain giants are going to be saved. Another fort lightning, and I like how Guess is spreading the battle across around those trees. Despite of having the smaller army, he is doing pretty well against KurCo with the tri-hero combo. Level 2 on the priestess, of course, but Searing Arrow won't work in this scenario. Well, Searing Arrow only has extra damage, so that technically works. It doesn't have any extra effects. Priestess of the Moon is basically the perfect hero to hold an orb. Any kind of orb will use its effect, and Searing Arrow only does extra damage. It doesn't have any extra effect like damage mitigation or armor mitigation or anything like that. KurCo back at his base now. Did he TP back? I think he TP'd back. When did he buy the TP? I was pointing out again that he doesn't have a TP. Both of them currently sitting at 58 food, and it appears that Guess went for the owl instead of the Searing Arrow. I think if you take Searing Arrow, it overlaps the effect of the orb, which makes it useless. I think that's how it works. Of course, the Owl Scout is just a deadly thing. It's invulnerable. You can't attack it. So the thing is, and you can't even you can't even devour it. What do we have here? He's summoning owls after owls and just putting all of them near KurCo's army, and they're just gonna follow KurCo's army. So they're like visible shades, and you can't do anything about them ever, as long as they're alive, that is. Having a bit of discussion here, just some talk, I guess. And during that conversation, Guess went in for the 3rd attack upgrade for the Mountain Giants and the Dryads. Mountain Giants and Dryads share the same attack. You want to consider something over here. This is the Beast upgrade, which means that all units from the Ancient of Lore get a benefit from this. Staffed, double taunt, cold arrow on that abomination, death coiled. Taunt can't mess up your micro. Now a chase behind the heroes. Another mountain giant coming in. Where are the mountain giants? They're just attacking stuff at the back. The mountain giants, of course, can take a lot of punches, but they can't deal a lot of damage. That is their problem. And if they go down, that's a big loss for you as a Night Elf player. It's near the 20th minute mark of the game. The gold mines are likely to expire. Guess was back at his base. He should have used up all the moon wells. Okay, this one was under construction. I guess he kinda did. Because his stuff is not at full health yet. KurCo now attempting to creep out the last remaining camp on this entire map. And guess intercepting, and you don't want to get intercepted while you're trying to take out a granite golem. There's a weak rock golem over there. Guess can easily target and take it out, even with a tri-hero combo. That would help him gain higher levels. Abomination down. Fort Lightning. Fort Lightning is helping Guess a lot in this situation. Khan's going down. KurCo doing the right thing of targeting down everything that is not a mountain giant. Because you're not going to be able to kill anything that's not a mountain giant right now. Doing a good job of going behind everything, and mountain giants are staggering behind, of course. Another mountain giant? Are you serious? Guess has like 5 mountain giants. This can turn ugly for Guess actually. Guess is kind of playing around here. I mean, using that much supply for mountain giants, you don't really have a sustainable army to actually face an actual army of 50 plus, which KurCo has right now. You just got mega tanks, that's not gonna work. And KurCo trying to snipe down the heroes, nuking them one by one. Here a lot of Dryads getting killed. Targeting 2 units will be an option, but of course they have 2 staff. Abomination taken out. Keeper of the Grove nearing level 5 actually. This mountain giant will be saved with the staff. KurCo immediately turning attention towards the rock granite golem. Is the rock golem still alive? Yep, it's still alive. It's still alive. There we go. That's a good amount of experience points. Death Knight is at level 5, and oh, Death Knight should have backed out. The Lich Wood had reached level 5. If the Death Knight was not near that creep camp, well... Okay, the gold mines have expired. As I said earlier, 20th minute mark of the game, and Wiz, of course, being an idle player, can just transport his tree across, uproot it, send it to the expo, and then root it down again. KurCo on the other side is unsummoning everything he has. Well, his altar and supply buildings. I'm not sure if KurCo has any plans of putting down an expansion at all. He is going for the granite golem camp. That's going to give him some good amount of gold plus items. And of course experience, you can't forget that. The Lich needs to hit level 5. There we go, level 5. Warsong barrel drums. Will this upgrade be enough? They are kind of having a lot of upgrades actually. Unholy Aura, the Warsong battle drums aura, and the True Shot aura. So that they are actually gaining a lot of boost. Try to snipe down the Naga Sea Witch that was staffed away. Potom didn't get staffed away. Keeper still has that one staff left though. No, wait a second. Keeper was the one that staffed the Naga Sea Witch. Keeper being targeted. Managed to save itself using the Moonwells. But it appears to me that KurCo may just win this game, looking at how things are going. Keeper being Frost Nova, Death Coil, Snipe. It's going down. Where's the Naga? Why is it over there? KurCo does not have a gold mine, and Guess does. This is something that you want to consider. KurCo targeting the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch is weak. One more nuke attempt. It didn't. Another Moonwell there. Guess is just trying to waste some time. Buying enough time for him to get that Keeper back. Was that anti-magic shell devoured? As in consumed? by the destroyers. Naga Siege down, by the way. And there's nothing that can save these mountain giants anymore. But they're gonna fight. They're not gonna give up that easily. Oh, we got Acolyte here as well. Pot him out. And Guess still has a gold supply. He also destroyed the altar, and now he's going towards the expansion. Yeah, needs to take that out. That's more important. Death Knight almost level 6, and of course now the level 6 ability for the Death Knight costs you less mana. They want to make it more usable. If he uses it right now, he can get a mountain giant animated. Or can he? Mountain giants don't have corpses. Yeah, that's not a corpse. That's not a corpse. You can't raise a mountain giant. You can raise feeds and stuff. You can't raise mountain giants because Warcraft lore. Guess taps out. This game goes to KurCo. I have to say, I have enjoyed that game a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you've liked what I've seen, don't forget to subscribe for more. Stream at 1600 hours UTC every single day. It's just a thing that I've been doing. Today I was a bit late, but it's a thing that I've been doing. So now that the daily cast is done, it's time to head in for the daily game night. Today is Day of Empires. That would be all then. For the guys watching this as a video, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps me out directly a lot. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.